Greg, when I looked at the roster, and it's different because traditionally it's 23 players. This one's 26. When I look at it, it seems like the 3 extra players, you looked at each line, whether it's the defensive back line, midfield, and forward line, that's where you added depth. Is that a proper way to assess how you address the 26-man roster?
I think you could look at it that way. We also have, particularly in the forward position, we added one forward, so that's clear. And then, we also have guys that we feel can play multiple positions, and then that adds to the depth. When you look at Timmy Way, he could probably play either side, also up front. When you look at Brendan Aronson, he can play as a winger or a midfielder. So we also filled the depth chart through those ways.
How close was Jordan Pefok in making this roster for you?
Another one, I thought it was a really tough decision. And we had a lot of debates with the coaching staff. And in the end, this is a different World Cup. You don't have the preparation games before it. You don't have a month to get a guy in form. And we felt in this particular case, Haji Wright is in better form than Jordan Pefok at this moment.
Speaking of players in form, we want to just touch on a few of the players who are injured. Are there any players in this 26-man roster that are still injured and you have concerns about?
So, thankfully we're healing up pretty well. Weston, the prognosis is he's going to come to the World Cup in a good way. Luca De La Torre is recovering from his hamstring injury. He's okay. Matt Turner is okay. He was on the bench today for his cup game. I miss anyone? No. And then, unfortunately, a player like Chris Richards and Miles Robinson have long-term injuries, and they're not going to be a part of the World Cup.